This video is brought to you by a wheelchair. I don't leave home without it. Alright, been a while since I've done an RC video, but I got a new cheater rig built. So I'm using the same axles as my old rig, which are the Dlux, actually Dlux superlites, which is an MOA rig. And I've paired it with a Blacksheep FaFo V2, which stands for fuck around, find out. And this is by far probably the best chassis I've had yet. So I'm still using my Hobby Wing Fusion Pros for motors, front and rear. The 650 3-cell I put in the center. I do got a front axle mount, which I may end up using just to put a little bit more weight on the front. Still running Punk's carbon 3D wheels. As far as shocks, I'm running 115 in the back, and I'm running 80s up front. And then yeah, all brass on the front knuckles, a cheap Protec. It's about like $100 servo, nothing special. I really need to invest in a better one. But main thing is the clearance, the breakover clearance is nasty on this bad boy. Tire wise, I'm using Dlux huge pins that are called like en route or en route. They've been a good tire. I like them because they're super tall, and since MOA axles aren't portals, I need all the axle clearance I can get. I'm still a die-hard Bully fan. I've never found a tire on the East Coast that works as good as a Bully. Then next up is wheelbase. I've got this one set up at 14.5. Seems pretty long, but I like a long reach as far as trying to reach ledges and stuff. So most of them I built 14.25. This one, like I say, I'm gonna try 14.5. Bam. Might be a little shy of 14.5. I'm running right at the breakover. At the rear in the center is right at 4.5 inches. And then I'm running about 2.5 at the very front of the skid. I was aiming for 2 3/4, but the only shock springs I have for these Dlux shocks are softs. So it just won't, it just squats under pressure. So I would go with 2.5, try it out. So far it's been working out really well. But as far as the only thing I'd probably change on this rig would be a medium front spring. And eventually I still may go with the portal kit. Dlux offers a portal kit for these axles. But I've just been spending my money elsewhere right now instead of on this crawler. And as far as flex, I did have to notch the rear of the chassis out to clear my custom bent links. But I'm still sitting at, let's see if we can zoom out and hold the phone here at the same time. Basically 6.5, almost 7 inches of steel articulation. We'll do a couple of OG lines here. Oh. I think this is probably one of my more fun climbs here. Definitely probably one of the most technical out here. If you miss it with the left tire, your front will just go right up under the undercut. And then if you come too far left, then your passenger tire is going to fall off the hook. But you get it just right. You kind of work it as a V. And then your rear tires are going to get caught into the undercut. Hopefully your rig is good enough to pull it right out of it. Then you're going to hook your driver. And then come back and hook the passenger. And booyah, there she goes. Belly clearance for days with these awesome curved bent links here. A lot of people think these Ford skid cheater rigs are just made for breakovers and ledge climbing, but crawling, these things are still very impressive. I honestly was not a believer when I first seen them. I didn't think they'd flex for shit, and I thought the geometry would be straight fucked up, but trying to transfer it onto these logs here, and it still will do it. Not many of my rigs was ever stable enough to transfer onto the logs without flipping over, so very impressive.